Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly Essential Island Living team call. I am Liza, if you didn't know that, and I am unprepared tonight, but that's okay because luckily I have lots of people to help me, and luckily we have a product post that we can pull from Facebook. But a couple of announcements. Thanks to Kay Howell for coming over tonight and helping to continue to organize and pack requests. We organize a bunch of donation products. Currently, right now, what we are in need of is lavender, um, all deep blue products, and like lemon and wild orange. So those two citruses, lavender, and all deep blue products. Other than that, we are like good to go with breathe sticks, breathe essential oil. It's really awesome. And what else? I think that was it for the product. Awesome, Jan. Thank you. So those are the things that we are I am no wonder Kate was so confused. She's like, "You mean for the October 18th?" And so that's all.
Yeah, sorry. I should have
No, don't
sworn that.
be. I
I
totally was like, it was a shared month and I just got it confused, but it's not and it's fine. While Kate's pulling that up, lots of great promos this month. First things first, convention kits are available. They are a great deal at $275, but for everything. And what makes them such a great deal is that this month you also can get a free adaptive oil. And what's the other free adaptive thing? I should know this. Um, anybody?
the bath oil.
Oh yeah, the adaptive bath oil. That's right. So a 15 ml bottle of adaptive and the adaptive bath oil, along with you can get the free product of the month, which I believe is balsam fir. And so it's just such a great month to get that convention kit. Quick updates on a couple of things. The Huga and Mist Diffuser is 50% sold out. Harvest Spice is 75% sold out. That became available last month, but it's currently 75% sold out. And the free product of the month is balsam fir, and then the 10% oil off is guaiac wood. And so, but the convention kit, you guys, if you haven't gotten yours yet or your customers haven't, it's really such an amazing deal with the Blue Lotus in there. The Shinrin Roku, if you have not tried that, it will be your new favorite go-to blend. I've been diffusing it and using the touch roller. Obsessed with the new Serenity sleep system. Gotta be honest, have not dove into the new probiotics yet, just because I still have mine, but I'm excited to do that. So thanks to Kate for helping me to talk about the monthly promos. But I just wanted to remind everybody that if you have people that want the mist diffuser with the Huga blend, that is 50% sold out, and the Harvest Spice is currently 75% sold out. Also this month, be on the lookout. They're not doing holiday catalogs anymore. So there's going to be a little insert card in the every box that you get. So I recommend saving those if you have multiple orders throughout the month, saving those cards and being able to share them with people. They have a list of all of the holiday products, but then also have a QR code on that for the electronic version of the holiday products. I'm going to pop over real quick and make sure that I didn't want to talk about anything else besides the monthly promotions. Couple of things before I turn it over to Amanda, or if anybody wants to give any testimonies for the new products, is this weekend 10/7 there is a doTERRA event in Hilo. So if you have anybody on the Big Island, please reach out to me and I can get you that link to invite people in the Big Island to a Reclaim Your Health event being hosted in Hilo. please save the dates. We'll have more information forthcoming, but for November 4th and November 5th, November 4th is going to be a full day with corporate here. We're so grateful. Dr. Riggs is coming, Jake is coming. Corporate is showing up once again for Maui, and I just hope everyone understands like what a huge deal this is. Like it's so big. And Felicia, they're coming to Oahu too, and we are more than welcome to join them in Oahu for their dates. I think Kanan reached out to you about those. So save the date for October 4th and 5th. They're going to be long days, but October 4th is going to be our Reclaim the Health event. Prior to the event, we're going to do some community service, offering aroma touch hand techniques to both the residents of Hale Maho'olu. We're so grateful for Zaisha to be able to provide us with this event space. And so this is a way for us to give back, but also we're going to put a reach out to people that have been displaced on Maui as a result of the fires, and offer for them to come and receive that connection. So we're looking at doing that about 12:30 to 1:30 or so. And then from about 2 to 5 will be the Reclaim Your Health event with Dr. Riggs. This event will be limited, space limited. Everybody's going to do like make and take events with Dr. Riggs as he educates us. It's super exciting. And then after that, maybe about 5:30, 5:45, we're gonna do maybe an hour to a biz building. So it will be a full day, but it will be totally worth it to have corporate here. Corporate also wanted to be involved with Megan Wooten will be here. She was here last time with Dr. Hill when we did the Malama Hawaii events. Um, and they also wanted to give back. And as you guys know, their majority of them are of Mormon faith, so they technically don't work on Sundays. However, because they want to just give and be of service, we're planning a community event on Sunday, the 5th. We're still trying to figure out the location. We're not quite sure if we want to go into Lahaina, if that's a good idea. Perhaps we were thinking EIL Valley, kind of in line with the Shinrin Roku, and setting up aroma touch stations there and just offering that to the community. I know I've been going up to EIL Valley. I try to go all the time, which is now once a week. But when I go up there, especially now that it's Pop Warner, that place is banging, like banging. Like they're every pavilion, it's awesome. And so that I know that's a lot of local families, and I'm sure local families that have been affected in one way or another. So that's another idea. So save the date. We're thinking about doing something in the morning for that. And then a bunch of the Oahu leaders are coming over because they want to be of service. And we were thinking of potentially doing like a beach day together after, or maybe we just stay up in the valley and hang out and connect in community. So please save the dates for those events. We're going to need help for sure for the 4th event. We're going to need people to volunteer to do the aroma touch hand technique. We're going to need people to help volunteer at the event itself. What's really cool is technically we're supposed to be the teachers of the event, but because Dr. Riggs is coming, he's going to do the majority of the teaching. We're just going to do a lot of passing out of supplies and so forth. So we really score having a doctor in the house. And I hope everyone knows, and I know the people that were at convention know, like how special it is, how many people have turned up for Maui. And um this is really in response to everything that we're going through. And even if we weren't directly impacted by the fires in terms of being displaced, I know that the ripple effects for all of us, those of us in education, those of us with first responder spouses, those of us with parents who lost their homes, family members, we all know somebody. And or just the loss we feel ourselves of our most precious, well, maybe not most precious because our families, but I know how special Maui is to all of us. And so I'm just really grateful to be aligned with a company that has just, in my opinion, gone far, far above and beyond. They continue to send us products. They continue to award money. They just did about, I think it was about 15 or 17,000 to Mauliola Pharmacy, who has done so, so much for the community during this time. They applied for some of that Healing Hands money and got awarded that. So yeah, just grateful and hopeful that we can really continue to turn up and show up. One idea we had was now we've given to about 100 families product requests, about 100 families now, which is so incredible. Kehao and I had probably 4 or 5 people pick up today, and they want to hug you, thank you. They several of them were like, please thank everyone who helped with this. So thank you to all of you that have helped in one way, shape, or the other over, the last few months. They're just so grateful. And so, we definitely want to reach out to them and follow up with them and invite them to come and get Aroma Touch, to come and learn at this event. Nick, did you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to double check if they were affected by the fires, they lost their house. Do we know if they can put their points on hold, their LRP orders?
Oh, absolutely. I am absolutely sure that that would not be a problem. And have them call or live chat customer service. And if they get any issues around that, I can also intervene. I would prefer as much as possible to have people do it themselves. If they're not in that capacity for that to be something of high importance and they need, you can go to your diamond above leader, which would essentially be myself, Kate, or Kanani, and we can ask our account managers to put those on.
Okay.
The easiest way is to send an email with their name and ID number, and then saying, what they've asked us to do, and then we can forward it to the people that are, can
Okay.
take care of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That was a great question. Also, I appreciate that you use the raise hand feature in Zoom. I'm very impressed. The teacher in me is very impressed. So, well, for winging it, I think I covered most of the promotions for the month. It's a great month with new product. It's so exciting. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention, the Serenity stick, I just got my order today, is limit 2 per account, unless you order the convention kit as well as that. So just an FYI, I am encouraging everyone to just get 2 Serenity sticks, because you're going to want to. And people are going to want to buy these from you too. So definitely get at least your 2 for the month. Anything else that I forgot besides forgetting that I was talking tonight? Now I have to go find out how I can get logged back into Facebook. All right, I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Amanda, who's going to share a business portion tonight. And of course, she's prepared.
Can you hear me though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna see. Tell me if you can hear when our friend starts. But tonight we're gonna be listening to Matt Hall, and he's talking about getting unstuck and gaining momentum, which I think we need all the time in life and in business. At least I do. So we're gonna listen to his talk and then have just a little debrief after. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear. Hasn't started yet.
Break a leg. I don't know what to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Double Diamond and Brazil founder Matt Hall.
It's really
Wow. Hasn't this been amazing so far? I feel so humbled to be here today on the stage and to be able to share a little bit of our journey in doTERRA and how we've gone in multiple phases of our doTERRA business, going from stuck to gaining momentum. Now, when I think about those of you who are just getting started in your doTERRA journey, the first thing I want to share with you is that through all of the ups and downs that you're going to experience, always the emotional revenue that you will earn from building a doTERRA business will be greater than the financial revenue. And to me, that was really encouraging to learn in the beginning, especially when we were going through struggles. I remember turning to this beautiful woman, my wife, after a year of building the business, nowhere close to where we wanted to be, and saying, Shantae, even if we hadn't earned a dime from sharing these essential oils and building this business, it would have been worth it just for the testimonials and the emotional revenue that we've earned. And so always keep that in mind as you're building your business. Now, how many of you have gone through some period where you felt stuck? Okay? Let me share with you a story that will hopefully bring you a little bit of hope. We got started in our doTERRA journey, and we had a lot of passion, a lot of enthusiasm. The oils had transformed my wife's life emotionally, and we had a message to share. We worked really hard, and in our first month, we actually hit the rank of elite. I feel like that was a pretty great result, right? Thank you. Then we decided the second month, like, let's double our efforts, let's work harder. And we hit the rank of elite, okay? Some of you maybe have heard our story and you know where this is going. Month 3, we hit elite. Month 4, elite. Month 5, elite. Then we decided to work even harder to learn new skills. And in our 6th month, elite, okay? Month 7, elite. Month 8, elite. Month 9, elite. And for 10 months, almost 1 year, we spent at the rank of elite. Now, I think it's important for you to know that our goal was actually to be diamond in doTERRA after 1 year. So we were working really hard, but not seeing the results. Now, one of the principles that helped us during this first stage of feeling stuck was to avoid comparison. On the screen, you can see a picture of Michael Phelps. He is the human who has won more Olympic medals than any athlete in the history of our planet, okay? And if you look at this picture, where is he focused? Michael is completely focused on his objective, his goal, and his personal activity. Meanwhile, the gentleman next to him who's losing, where is he looking? He's looking at Michael, right? This was us when we were elites, seeing someone join after us and hit blue diamond while we were still elite, even though we were working really hard, and thinking, what is wrong with us? What do we need to shift? What do we need to change? So this is the first principle, or the second is to avoid comparison. It will do one of two things. It will either steal your energy and your enthusiasm, or it will put a lid on what you believe is possible, okay? Now, after those 10 months of elite, our story continued. We actually finally hit premier. We spent 4 months at premier, and we had a breakthrough. We then hit gold, and then the very next month, we hit platinum. So in 2 months, we went from premier to platinum. And then we had another period of being stuck, and for 4 years, we were at the rank of platinum. For those of you who are new, that means you've built a sizable organization, you've got a good income, but it's still not that big goal of diamond that we had. So how many of you maybe have felt like you've been stuck for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years at the same level? And I'll tell you, we were not hitting platinum all of those months. Sometimes it was gold, and I remember 2 months that we actually went all the way down to silver. And again, we were thinking, what's wrong, what's broken with us? Now, here's a couple principles that helped us get through this period and help us gain momentum. First is this Japanese business philosophy called Kaizen. This idea of constant and never-ending improvement, not only to learn new skills in theory, but through massive action. I remember a presidential diamond in our upline shared with us that she was enrolling 9 out of every 10 people that attended her classes. And at the time, we were probably enrolling 2 out of every 10, okay? So I thought, man, we need to up level in our skills. We started to learn some new ideas, some new strategies and techniques. But more importantly, we took massive action with what we were learning. I remember thinking, okay, if this leader, if she's doing one class every week, presenting to 10 people and enrolling 9 out of 10, if we do 5 classes a week and we enroll 2 out of 10, we can enroll 10 while she's enrolling 9, and we can still have amazing results. And so that's what we started to do. We started to work really, really hard. And in doing so, our numbers actually started to improve as we took the massive action and implemented those new skills. They became a part of us. So over time, we were enrolling first it was 2 out of 10, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. And I don't know if we ever got to 9 out of 10, but we did improve through this philosophy. Now, another thing that made a big difference for us to break through to diamond is this analogy of chickens and eagles. Do I have any Europe friends in the house who already know this? Okay, we talked about this a few months ago. Many people, when they're building their doTERRA business, they make the mistake of only focusing on the same 3, 5, or 10 builders, right? And it's like they grab this chicken, okay, that wants to build the doTERRA business, and they launch them. They do their first classes, they get them launched, they throw them up in the air, and do chickens fly? Kinda, not really. They fall back down, right? And so then they go to their next business builder, they pick them up, they throw them up in the air, and they fall back down. And then they run and they pick up the next one, they throw them up, and they fall back down. And they're constantly focused on the same people. And while this seems noble, it actually limits your ability to impact more people. You need to separate enough time to go out and launch new people until you find those eagles. Now, 2 words of caution that I'll give you as you assimilate this analogy. Number 1, there are not people that are chickens and eagles, okay? There are people who are willing to do the work required to become strong, powerful, independent leaders, and there are those who are not yet willing. I also don't want you to think that you should ever abandon people. I think about the Goddards and us when we were elites, when we were chickens for those first 10 months, and they came back over and over again to help us relaunch. But if you're constantly focused on the same 3 people that are not willing to do what it takes, you will sit under a shower of chicken droppings, okay? Chicken poop, that's all you'll experience. So go out and find your eagles and develop your eagles. Now, the last principle with momentum. Doesn't this look fun? Look at this guy surfing this wave. This is what people think it is going to look and feel like to build a doTERRA business and to have momentum. Look at this. Doesn't this look amazing? How many of you would like to ride the doTERRA wave if that's what it looked like? Yeah. Okay, I have some bad news for you. This is not what it looks and feels like to create a wave of momentum in your doTERRA business. This is what it looks like to create a wave in your doTERRA business. All right, look at this man, look at his face. Look at the level of intensity. Hey, look at his arms pumping up and down. Look at him jumping. This is what we call massive action. This is what it looks like to create waves in a doTERRA business. Look at that. I'm impressed. He doesn't stop. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, the principle here is, again, we create the wave of momentum in our businesses. Imagine that you're in a pool and you have all of your customers, your sharers, and your builders in the pool with you. It's your ripple, it's your energy as you jump over and over and over again. The consistency of your effort will wash over them and inspire them to be a part of the movement. Some people, they'll feel that wave ripple over them and they'll decide that they're okay to stay right where they're at. But other people will be inspired to jump with you, Today, I feel like our team has created this tsunami of so many people jumping together. Just last month, almost 20,000 new customers joined our team. It's this massive movement and ripple and wave that's crossing over the world. Now, but remember that it's your personal effort. If you slow down, inevitably, when the waters grow stagnant, people around you, they're going to lower their personal effort. So the biggest thing that you can do to transform and create momentum is for you to take massive action and start jumping again. Even if you're jumping by yourself, get those waves moving. You can create a big wave by yourself that will ripple over other people and encourage them to jump with you. So as I conclude, I just want to remind you of these principles. Number one, remember, always focus on the emotional revenue over the financial revenue. If you're focused on the good that you're doing, the testimonials that are being created through these products, I promise the financial revenue will come. Always remember to avoid comparison. Don't look at your upline, your downline, your crossline and think, why can't I be like them, right? Create your own movement. Focus on your own energy and your effort. Seek to improve yourself constantly, that principle of Kaizen. Avoid only working with the same 3, 4, 5 people. Go out and find your eagles or those chickens who are ready to become strong, powerful, independent leaders. And jump. Do not stop jumping. Thank you so much.
All right. So, thinking about what Matt said, I mean, a lot of it resonated with me just in my current situation and wanting to be able to jump and be consistent and create momentum. So, I want you to think about what you do to get unstuck. Sorry, this is not wanting to go back. What you do when you're stuck. Can anybody share something that they do when they are feeling stuck or if they want to improve momentum?
I'll go first. I feel like I always appreciate and resonate with this idea of massive action because I do feel like if you want massive results, you need to take massive action. Um but I also live in the real world of like what we're able to do given all the constraints of our lives and our responsibilities. And so I always think that taking action is something is better than nothing. And that's why I love DMO so much because it's meant to be small daily actions that over time are compounded. So the thing that I do whenever I'm feeling stuck is I connect with people. Like that's what this business is about. When I'm feeling stuck, I go, I mean, just yesterday, I was like, oh my God, I haven't followed up personally with any of the people I enrolled last month. And so I sent them all texts and I engaged with all of them. And I made sure the new promo text went out to them. And, you know, one of them wants to place their first LRP from last month. So to me, reaching out to people that you've enrolled 5 years ago and just checking in on them and like, or that you enrolled last month, or your customers that are on LRP, like just connecting always helps to make me feel unstuck. I also always enrolling people always feels good when you're stuck. And so, you know, Kehao's story a few weeks ago resonated with me, but I tend to do that too. I'll be like, who might really want the promo this month or who's been on the fence for a really long time? And I can say like, hey, you can get up to 5 free products this month if you do, actually it's 6. If you do Diamond Club for 200 PV and the adaptive oil. So following up with people, connecting with people, that's always what helps me get unstuck. And it can just be 1 or 2 people. It doesn't have to be 20,000 people.
Yeah, right. Exactly. One more share. Something you do in the chat, emotional revenue over financial revenue. That definitely resonated with me too, Ray. Jump, find your eagles, following up and connecting. I'm a learner, like that's one of my top strengths. So like learning something or like getting involved in that way always helps me feel unstuck personally.
I was gonna
Anybody
say,
wanna share?
I'll jump in. I was gonna say, jumping on this call, I think is one of the things that gets me moving forward. Just hearing everyone's ideas or hearing about how How reached out to someone and did that. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I could do that. So, that helps me. And then, doing calls with both my leaders and also with Liza helps me get unstuck, which I know we haven't done one for a while. So, those are always good. And I feel like it is both emotional revenue, but it's also supporting your financial revenue. But it feels good to be connected. And if you're not connected, you're not with your team or your team members, then you're definitely not connected with your business, because this is a people business. You have to be connected.
Thank you. Okay, I want to see really quick if this tab will share because I had like a couple of little ideas. So if anybody needs to get unstuck, these are a few things that you could do. Learn something, get out your oils, use them, go live. Kanani's been going live. I think that's very brave of her. Reach out to friends, sample, try something new, meaning like, try an exercise class or try, something different where you're going to be around people that you haven't introduced to oils or may not know about oils. So meet new people and then just do something, right? Pull a list of people you've enrolled, reach out, text, call, check in with them. Doing is really what helps us to get unstuck rather than thinking about what should I do, just do it. So thank you for being here tonight. Is there any questions or anybody else want to share before we close up?
I just want to give a plug for next week. We're going to do something a little different because it is fall break and we know people are traveling, but we still wanted to be consistent with our calls. So one of my friends, Charity, she's many of our friends. She's a cross-line friend. She's recently like a Reiki certified practitioner. So she's going to come and she's going to do some breath work and Reiki from about 8 to 8:20, 8:25. Normally this is something she charges for, but she just wants to give back. So please, please, please invite everyone. We'll get a graphic going, but this won't be a business call. I will have a business Q&A afterwards if anyone wants to stay on. Yeah, I wanted to just put that out there. And then she and her friend are going to do a follow-up online, like more comprehensive follow-up online class on the 29th. It's at 4 p.m. and they're going to do like integrating stretching, some breath work and Reiki and oils. So that's kind of what our, trying to bring back like special guest speakers. And then just not to be too long-winded, but I want to share a little bit of story. So this last weekend we were at an event and it was hot AF, like hot AF. And thank you to those, like Nick was there, Bernice was there, my mom was there, Lehua came. Thank you to all of you guys. It was such a great event. And at towards the end of the day, Bernice busted out her doTERRA sunscreen and a woman immediately was like, oh, doTERRA, do you have any on hand to sell? And it's just so interesting because our shirts didn't really say doTERRA, right? They say Essential Island Living, and so it wasn't really obvious that that was, you know, what it was there for, right? And so sorry, I was brain farting. Thanks to Marissa for helping. So anyway, she kind of said what she wanted, and I was like, or Bernice was talking to her and then was like, oh, this is our leader. And so I kind of stepped in to start asking the questions, right? Like ask about her favorite products, what she's wanting. Oh, do you have an account yet? And she was like, no, I just used to order and buy for people. I'm like, you should totally have your own account. I'm like, it's free membership. There's so many perks. And so I said, we'd love to help you get those oils. Can I collect your contact information? So I collected the contact information, gave it to Bernice because she was the one who made that initial first contact. And then I just texted Bernice and asked her if she followed up with her, and she said she did, but that she didn't hear back. So I was just gonna kind of thought that this would be a good time to coach you guys through maybe this situation of what I would do. Because one of the things I told Bernice there was that it's very important that you always ask people if they have a wholesale membership. They might say something like, oh, I did years ago, or I think I might, or so these are ways there's so many people that do not there's so many people that do not have memberships that get oils from people. It's crazy. Okay. And then, as we know, if somebody hasn't ordered for 6 months, we can help to reactivate them. So, and then the other thing is making sure you connect with them, either following them on social media, or in this case, getting her phone number. Okay. And so Bernice has reached out. I met you at the SAPE event. So she talked a little bit about the sunscreen that we use. I'm happy to help you get some frankincense and lemongrass and to share samples of doTERRA's too. If you prefer to check out other products, check out this link. And then Bernice sent her a link. And I'm happy to share any samples that I have on hand. Just let me know any suggestions. So my first suggestion is don't over offer samples or giving away oils. She's indicated to us that she wanted specific oils, so we're going to just stick with that. Okay. Now, Bernice's text was very warm and really talked about the products and the sun sticks options that we have to offer, that she showed some interest. The next thing I would probably do is send her a graphic of the Diamond Club code. I posted that in the builders group that shows all the free products she could be eligible, because if she's going to get a bottle of frankincense, that's going to bump her up real quick. So I would just send a shorter text next time, like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a few days. No big deal, but I just wanted you to know you could be eligible to get all of these free products this month. A free diffuser and 4 bottles of free oil, including a 5 ml bottle of frankincense, which is what she wanted, right? And then and we're still going to encourage her to buy that 15 ml because that'll help her get to that. But we're going to take one step at a time. So just, hey, I wanted you to know that this month only you would be eligible for these specific oils and products for free if you if you got those products that you were interested in. So trying to keep this one a little bit more short and sweet, sending that really powerful graphic that's going to show them all the things that you can get for free. Now, if we still didn't hear back, we're not going to take it personally, because this lady was interested and she wanted her oils. Okay. So we're going to wait a little bit more. And if we don't hear back, we're going to just say, hey, so-and-so was thinking about you, wanted to follow up. Did you have any questions? Okay. And yeah, in this month, we're probably, worst case scenario, we still don't hear back. There's maybe a week left in the month. We're going to follow up and be like, these promos and this month, and I want to help you get as many free things as possible, right? And so that's just how I would continue to follow up. And she is going to go on my list, and every month there's a promo. And then if I don't hear from her after maybe 4 times this month, I'll probably back off, right? But next month I'm still going to send her all the promos, and maybe next month I'm going to be like, hey, all of the new products are out. Just wanted to let you know this is what they are. Here's a link to them, or whatever. So anyway, I just thought I would take that opportunity, but I wanted to give Bernice a big shout out because she busted out her products. She had them on hand, and it got her a new contact. And I mean, we were all there, and we didn't have sunscreen on us. So props to Bernice to being ready with her product. And the fortune is always in the follow-up. So
Well, and thank you for, offering that, and also the suggestion, and also, asking for the sunscreen in the first place.
well, thanks for being so open to the coaching and wanting to hear, and I know I'm not being very articulate, but I hope you guys get the point. Is like, you just never know what people are going through. And if you take out the, like, I'm bothering them, she wants it. She wanted her frankincense. She wanted her lemongrass. She wanted those things. We talked about marjoram as another alternative. We also talked about cypress. Remember, Bernice, because she was talking about circulation. So maybe one of your follow-up posts is like, hey, I know you mentioned cypress. Here's an educational link about this and how it helped with that circulation you were talking about, wanting to help support. So we are listening, we're taking in all of that information, and then we're using it so that as we're reaching out, we're able to sort of personalize what they are wanting. But we know she wants the things. And maybe one of them is a follow-up, like, I just wanted to remind you, membership totally free, no obligation to order monthly. You get all these promos and, free, freebies. So anyway, just some ideas. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Amanda.
Appreciate that very much. Thanks.
Thanks, Amanda, for the awesome. I hadn't watched that Terra Talk, and it was so good. The guy in the little pool, I was dying. So
He had some good visuals. I'm a
yeah,
visual
it
learner, so
sure
I'm
did.
like, oh, I like this one.
Funny story too. Okay, this is a funny story. Maybe I should stop the recording for this. But funny story is my first ever diamond retreat. I caught a ride with him and his wife from, like, we were at some location and I needed a ride back to the hotel, and they gave me a ride, and their minivan was like trashed. Absolutely trashed. And they have like, I say 4 or 5 kids, young couple. They're really cool, their story, because they like went international, and
Right.
that's how they justify, that's how they became they went international. I think he speaks I think maybe Spanish, I'm not sure. So that always helps, right? But I just remember, like, whenever I've seen them, because now they're double diamonds, right? So that's big deal. And as I've seen them throughout the years, I still
All you see is
they
their
might
crazy
be double
car.
diamonds, but they got a messy car, like, a lot of people do. I mean, like, I'm talking like
Disgusting. That's funny.
so. Anyway, super nice people, but we all
Everybody has their
at
things.
the end of the day, we all sit on the toilet. Yep, they are real. Yeah. Everyone, thank you so much for showing up for yourselves, for your learning, for your community and connection. I apologize for not being prepared, but thanks for Kate for just stepping right in and helping me out, and Amanda for helping us out with the biz portion tonight. We're so grateful for all of you, for this community. Check out the community calendar for our upcoming end of the month Pauhana, and all the other events that we have going on. Don't forget, Diamond Club Code is live. We have 14 enrollments, team enrollments for the month. We actually got that last month, but that's the minimum for this month. So keep on keeping on and sharing the love. Good night, everyone. Love you. Bye.
Picture.
Oh yeah, thank you. See, good job. All right. Go ahead and smile. Oh, hi, Kay. Smile. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Okay, so bye.